Welcome. Good morning. Thank you, Benny. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living-Tacoma. I'm Reverend Matthew. Francis is on vacation for 2 weeks, so I'm here. I get to see all of you. It's nice having people in here again. I see you, Marge. Thanks for showing up. And there you are, all of you. And online, welcome. I want to start today by introducing everybody, our musicians. Where's Stephan Plummer? She's here somewhere. She's our musician today, so we are in for some great music. We have Benny, of course, and then right over here. So welcome this morning. It is a great day. It's summer solstice. Yay. I got here this morning, and one of the first things I did was open everything up. We've got fresh air in here. The doors are open. The sun is out. And today's message is going to touch on a few different things, and one of them is that summer solstice itself is a gift of love. And it's an evolutionary process because it's always happening, right? We can count on it. There you are, Stephan. Welcome. I just introduced you, but you were outside. Oh, okay. Well, you're back now. You were soaking up the tree energy, weren't you? So we have a great day planned for you. And I want to do our opening song right now if you're ready. It's Holy Father. So come on up. And then after that, Mona's going to do our opening prayer. She's our lead practitioner. She's with us today. So I just invite you to relax and enjoy this today. Open your minds and your hearts and walk away with something special that you can take into your soul. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tacoma CSL. And that tree was beautiful out there. Happy Father's Day. Holy Father, Holy Father, my heart longs to be free. Holy Father, Holy Father, let me feel all that I am. Holy Father, Holy Father, hold my hand within your hand. Holy Father, Holy Father, let me feel all that I am. Play it, Terry. Holy Father, Holy Father, hold my hand within your hand. Holy Father, Holy Father, let me feel all that I am. Let me feel all that I am.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Welcome, Mona, for our opening prayer.
Good morning and happy Father's Day. So let's take a breath in and know that the breath that we're breathing is the breath of God. Knowing that the life that we're living is the life of God. Knowing that this life, this most powerful and abundant and loving and gracious life is the life of God. And knowing that there is only the one. So right here and today, I declare that this day is a day of joy, a day of love, a day of beauty, a day of celebration of that male energy that also encompasses the female energy. just knowing how wonderful it is to have those fathers in our lives, or those ones that emulate as the father in our lives. So I'm knowing that this day is blessed, that we are all blessed. We're blessed by Matthew's message this morning. We're blessed by Matthew's presence this morning. And I know that his message will bring a blessing to all. And so from this place of gratitude and appreciation, I say thank you, God. Thank you for your love, for your peace, for your joy. Thank you for graciousness and forgiveness and abundance and relationships. Thank you for all of this and so much more. And so I release my word into the full activity of love and law, knowing that my word will not return to me void. And I anchor this truth by saying, and so it is.
I want to begin by doing a Father's Day ritual. And then we're going to move into our service. So, happy day to all of our fathers, grandfathers, godfathers, and other who served in the role of father. And I know that that is different for many of us, and each of us have our own experience. And maybe we remember something our own father did, or somebody who acted in a manner who was a father who gave us wisdom and gave us something to learn and experience and to take with us into our lives. So I want to read this. It's kind of funny, and so just relax and enjoy. Dad, thanks for your lectures. I never changed horses in the middle of a job worth doing. I know the squeaky wheel gets the worm. And I never count my chickens until I've walked a mile in their shoes. And you thought I was listening. Yes, dads, whoever that is in your life, whoever was a father figure to you, thanks for all of your good advice. So let's take a moment to acknowledge and honor all of our fathers in the room. If we have any in the room, I'd invite you to stand. And those of you online, feel free to stand as well. And stay standing. Fathers, biological or adoptive. Godfathers. Now, any male who has served in the role of a father to a child. And finally, any female who has served in the role of a father as well. Any mothers here who have been mother and father. Wonderful, beautiful. And I want to acknowledge in Mona's prayer when she talked about the male and the female energy, there's a beautiful dance. We each have that in us. And it allows each of us to take on whatever role we need to. So I'd like to honor all of you for that. Please rub your hands together and then extend the warmth and love out to every standing and repeat after me. We honor you. We thank you. We forgive you for when you missed the mark. We appreciate you for when you got it right. We appreciate you. We love you. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. You may be seated. And now I want to move into some announcements. We have a lot of good things starting to happen from home office with our classes. There is actually a new class that I'm going to be teaching. It starts in July on the 5th. And it's Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. So home office is putting together a bunch of new classes, and they're shorter versions, so they're more condensed. They're very powerful. The one that I'm teaching is 5 weeks. And it really focuses on our principles and what we teach here. And the beautiful thing about Science of Mind is that you can apply it to anything in your life. It's free of dogma. It's full of gifts of ancient wisdom and mind and intelligence and science and spirituality together. In a few minutes in my talk, I'll talk about that dance of science and spirituality. That's part of what drew me to this philosophy, was that recognition that both of those need each other and that the entire cosmos is built on that. So we have this new class. It's $99. It's a 5-week class. You'll learn the basics of science of mind. And right now, Francis and I are looking at all of the new classes, and we're putting together basically a schedule of classes for people to take. And if you want to, you can become a practitioner. So we're open to that. And these classes are going to be a lot easier to get through, more quick, more efficient. And it's all about helping you to awaken to your magnificence and your beauty and to share it with the world. So look online. We have Vicky's class, which she's going to come up in just a moment and talk about. We have my class, and we're going to be putting several more on there. And Francis and I sat down last week and went over all the new classes, and we're putting together a whole new schedule that covers the areas of spirituality, the basics, all kinds of wonderful stuff. So I encourage you to keep an eye on our website and listen, because we'll be sharing a lot with you. Okay? And I'd like to invite Vicky up right now to talk about her Mary Magdalene class, which is also listed on our website. And I think that one is $35. So go right ahead. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Reverend Matthew. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Glad to see you today. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to the early risers. I'm one of the early risers as well, here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Tacoma, and also those who are live streaming from home. I've been given the opportunity to present a Zoom class about a remarkable and ancient text called the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Through a series of dialogues in the book, we will learn what it means to be fully human, how it is that we can have a direct experience of the divine, the importance of Mary Magdalene's spiritual leadership, and how Magdalene's capacity to receive a vision of the Christ allows us to learn about the ascent of the soul, our sacred soul. I hope you'll join me on Zoom Thursday, July 22, from 6:30 to 8 for sacred music, guided meditation, small group discussion, and a personal exploration of your soul's sacred path. All this for $35. So please visit www.csltacoma.org to register, get more information, as well as a flyer. And I wanted to just mention that behind all of these classes that are presented, it's not just the person in front of you who deserves the accolades or who is responsible for it. There's a wonderful cadre of women behind this class, and I wanted to just acknowledge them now. Cindy, Bev, Ginger, Leslie, Angie, and Francis. To all of you, I say thank you and namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. Wonderful. See, we touch all corners, don't we? We acknowledge all and everything here. And I'd like to invite the next song by Stephan. Get ready for my soul.
Get ready, my soul.
Get ready, my soul. Excuse me.
I love both versions, right? Now, this is actually a Daniel Nahmod song. And I basically love all Daniel. Can I get a little more vocal, Mike, please? I can't hear that at all. But let's give the sound people some love. And Anyway, I love all Daniel Nahmod songs. If you don't know Daniel Nahmod, check him out. He's really something. Really great writer. And this is one of them. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the sweetest, sweetest kind of life, to the deepest, deepest kind of love. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer to my sacred source. Yeah, sing it. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Sing it with me. Get ready, my soul. Is your soul ready to dive in? Come on. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my soul is ready. Yes, it is. Come on now. My soul is ready to dive in.
This month's theme, I'm going to quickly touch on that, and then I'll get right into what I want to say today. It's good stuff. This month's theme is about evolution and wisdom. And It's interesting. I had a whole talk prepared that I worked on all afternoon yesterday. I was out on my balcony in the sunshine working on my talk and had it all done and prepared. And it's funny because I went out with a couple friends to dinner last night, and then I started getting all these downloads. Like, I don't want you to do that talk you prepared. And now I understand what Frances talks about when she says sometimes you get up here and everything just kind of goes out the window. And I decided to be open to it because I wanted to talk today about something that would really touch your heart and your soul, not something that's just platitudes that we've heard so many times and we talk about, but what we really need is a way to take action, right? So today's talk is what is evolution without love? And it goes along with our monthly theme. And Carl Jung said, who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Just let that in for a minute. When I say that, I just get God bumps all over. Because if you really think about it, that's where the key is, right? That is how we become agents of change and peace in the world. The soul's call is the deeply intimate, challenging, exponentially powerful, and globally beneficial work we are invited to do daily. Globally beneficial because when any one of us answers, it affects and evolves in global consciousness. That to me says that when we look out into the world and we see these challenges that seem so daunting at times and wonder, well, how can I make a difference when I myself am overwhelmed? Well, this encourages us to go ahead and turn inward and reconnect with that very essence of who we are, with our own divine spark. Because the more we get to know that, the more we acquaint ourselves with that, the more we learn to love that and to experience the wisdom that it wants to teach us for our individual journey here, the more we're able to just let that pour off of us without making. Sometimes it doesn't take any effort. Other times it does, but when we just show up and we let that divine presence within us do its work, we become agents of change. And guess what? When we do that, we have the capacity to touch other people's lives. So I want to ask you something today as we're at summer solstice, at Father's Day. We have the first full moon of the summer coming up on the 24th. We have a new holiday in our country, Juneteenth, that was celebrated yesterday. It's Pride Month. All of these things are happening all at once, right? So are you willing to let all of that energy in? And are you willing to move into a place of love and celebration and to let go of the obstacles that are in the way in your own life? Is that something that I can get an agreement on? Who's up for that? Okay, great. And I want to start by reading what Ernest Holmes said about evolution and love, because what it really is a dance. These things aren't separate. I learned in ministerial school, one of my classes was science and spirituality, and Goswami was the instructor, amazing guy. And he was just so to the point and so passionate about what he taught. What I really learned was that oftentimes in our culture and in religious traditions, there's an opposition between spirituality and science, right? It's this thing where it's like one or the other, and if you believe in one, then you're not holy enough, and all that kind of stuff, right? Guess what? They dance with each other. Spirituality and science need each other to express life. There's a balance. Just like there's a balance with evolution and love. They need each other. And when it comes down to it, let me read this from Ernest first, because this is the important part that I want you to get. He says it so perfectly in The Science of Mind on page 337. Let's see here. See, this is part of me having my talk ready and then divine telling me, you're going to do something else. You're going to just do something entirely different. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting up getting all of these downloads. So I didn't want to do a prepared kind of structured talk where it's just the same things you've been hearing. Right? So evolution, page 337. The universe, both visible and invisible, is a spiritual system. Man is a part of the spiritual order. So individually, united with it, that the entire cosmos is, or may be, reflected in his mind. Evolution is the awakening of the soul to a recognition of its unity with the whole. It's an awakening of the soul to its recognition of unity with the whole. Wow. This is the same energy that created the entire cosmos, that continues to express itself every moment of every day. It's uninhibited. This is something that we're part of. We're not separate in any way. This reverses the popular belief declaring that evolution is the result of intelligence rather than intelligence being the result of evolution. Interesting, isn't it? The aim of evolution is to produce a man who is the point of his objective thought, may completely manifest the whole idea of life, may bring unity to the point of particularization, finding nothing in the law to oppose it. See, these things don't oppose each other. It's evident in this realization. In any other individual, his word would be manifest likewise. And now I'll read about love so that we can get those two components set up structurally for you here. Love gleams through the mist. This is Science of Mind, page 517. Through the midst of human fear, love gleams and points the way to freedom. I now decree and declare that I am free from all sense of bondage. I am made perfect and whole through the knowledge of the real life within me. No illusions can enter my thought. I know that there is one power, and I know that this power now protects me from all harm. So to me, this points out that evolution is a process that's always happening. It's life expressing, right? It's happening in each and every moment. So we have a choice to embrace it through the eyes of love, or to embrace it through the eyes of fear and bondage that Ernest talks about, which to me is untruths, is lies, is the stuff that the muck of the human condition that gets in the way of the full expression of our truth. So I want to encourage you today to let's try to realign ourselves with that beautiful dance of evolution and love, because there's a third component here, and that's freedom. And so I want to read now about freedom, and we'll bring that into the mix. Within the law is freedom. O my soul within me, great is thy presence within. Thy law is freedom to all who believe. I believe in thy law, and I love thy prospects. I know that the law is perfect, and it is a delight to my soul, for it is illuminated with thy words of power. The law is complete freedom to me, and to all whom shall be spoken. I speak the word of freedom to all, and shall receive it. So this really points to the idea that when we acknowledge that there's a process going on, process of all of life. Okay. What I'd like to do is just try and help us realign with that. So today, let's just close our eyes for a minute. And just take a deep breath. And let's bring a picture into our mind. Bring a picture into your mind of a beautiful tree where the leaves are opening up and coming into form right before your eyes. Just noticing how those leaves open up and they express themselves. There's nothing that gets in the way. And as you're looking at this beautiful tree, just see it illuminated in white light. That white light is the love, the foundational love of the universe. What's happening with the tree is a process of evolution. The very same process that's been going on for billions and billions of years, beyond what our human mind can even comprehend. And as you see this beautiful tree, its leaves opening up, the tree is bathed in this beautiful white light. See yourself standing beneath that beautiful tree. And notice how you feel. Feel the presence of that white light just embracing you, enfolding you. Notice how there's no separation between you and the tree, between you and the very vibrational frequency that is all around you. And now hold your hands out in front of you. And in your left hand, you're holding a beautiful ball. It's green. It fits perfectly in your hand. And you can feel it vibrating. And the vibration of that ball is the same vibration as your heart. It's the same vibration of the tree, of everything around you. It's a vibration that never stops. It's always expanding, always growing. Now in your right hand, hold a beautiful blue ball. That ball is love. And in a moment, I'll talk about some of the attributes of love, which is a lot more expansive than we often hear and know. And as you look at these two balls, the green one and the blue one, and you're underneath the canopy of this beautiful tree, notice the dance of energy between the balls. It's like the dance between synapses in the human brain. Look at how beautiful it is. It's perfect. It's ordered. It just knows what to do. So now bring your hands together and allow those two balls to illuminate each other fully and beautifully. And take those into your heart space. The green and the blue, like the earth and the sky. Bring it in and feel it. And right here and right now, let's recognize that there's nothing in the way of you experiencing this at any given moment in your life. You know, I'm paraphrasing Ernest, but he spoke of each moment being brand new. The past has no precedent, so no matter what happened before this, when you acknowledge the dance
of evolution of life over and over again, and you acknowledge the balance of love, you experience freedom. Freedom from the bondage, from the lies, from the untruths, from the hurt, the pain, the discord, all that is the human condition. And so as we come back to the room with that in our heart space, in our soul, let's open our eyes. And let's feel that this morning. And you know, some of the attributes of love are the ones we've heard before. But there are a few others I want to share with you this morning. You know, these are some of the best ways we can practice both loving ourselves and expressing it to the rest of the world and the humanity that is before us. You know, love is also setting boundaries, clear and decisive boundaries. Because sometimes when we do that, not only are we freeing ourselves from that idea of bondage, right? We're freeing the other, and we're being honest and clear. So love is boundaries. Love is so powerful that it can move any obstacle. Sometimes it almost, to me, seems a little angry, like it's frustrated. You know, it's like, okay, I've had enough of this. We're going to kick this out of the way right now because it's not true. It's based in human ego. It's based on the human condition, and I'm sick of it. So we're just going to move this obstacle out of the way right now, right? And something opens up. Freedom. Freedom opens up. Sometimes love is an argument that ends up where you're looking in each other's eyes and you finally something finally cracks open and you look at each other and go, okay, we've had enough of this. Let's be done with the discord. Let's shift this right now. That is evolution in a relationship. That is evolution in yourself. And that is making a different choice in any given moment. So we always have the option to experience that dance of love, the dance of evolution, all encompassed in freedom. What do you think? Yeah? Good. I guess I'll stand here. Or talk really loud. What do you want? I can talk loud. Yes, I'm going to talk loud because I don't want to be standing right here. Oh, that's true. Thank you. You know, little glitches happen, and I guess part of this process is just letting it be, isn't it? And evolving. It is. It's evolving every moment. And one of the other things I want to point to really quick, because I need to wrap this up. One of the things I want to touch on really quick is that guess what the most important part of all of this is? Love, yes, but what encompasses all of it? Surrender. You know why? Because when we surrender, we're giving up all of the junk that's in the way. And we are allowing ourselves to experience the freedom. We're letting that pour in. And we're surrendering to the process of life. Isn't that one of the hardest things to do sometimes? Gosh, we are so stubborn, aren't we? We just want to do it all ourselves, and we think we have all the... Well, guess what? Sometimes we don't. So this week I want to encourage you to practice witnessing what you experienced under that tree, feeling the dance, because it's around you. It's happening all the time. That beautiful dance. And in that, experience the freedom that comes so quickly when you just stop and become silent. And when you feel that freedom, just go ahead and surrender to it. Because we are at a point in our world where we need to make some shifts, right? Certain things aren't working anymore. So are you going to be part of the movement forward, the awakening of the consciousness? Or are you going to stick with the old stuff and be in fear? I'd like to encourage you this week to go ahead and move forward and be in freedom.
Because when you are, you draw everybody else along. You know, it only takes a certain percentage of us to awaken to help lift the tide. What we teach here allows us to get into the position of being an example and helping to lift the tide. You have so much more power and influence than you would ever know. So start recognizing it in yourself, step into freedom, and enjoy this week. Thank you. This is a talk that I listened to the divine on. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for being present. Thank you for this opportunity. And I want to welcome Stephan back up for the next song. Thank you.
I want to say again, Happy Father's Day. You know, my father was a rotten person. He really was a rotten human being. And, you know, without anything on it. Like, he mistreated my mom. He mistreated his children. That's just the way it was. That was life when I grew up. And I was telling Reverend Matthew that, you know. And, you know, over the years, I've learned how to love men. I have learned that. Because I hated men. I wasn't going to do well in the world, you know. And I'm thankful to every man who has helped to heal my heart. Terry is fabulous, fabulous musician. And, you know, just a gentle soul, you know. And you come in and he's like, oh, yeah, you know, let's do this music and whatever you want to do, and supportive system. And it's so great. So here's a wonderful example on Reverend Matthew. You know, it can heal when we choose love, you know, choose love. So I am a healed person because of all the men and the music and, you know, that has chosen to love me. They chose to love me, you know. So thank you for loving me and playing such great music. And hit it, Terry. People get ready, there's a train coming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Y'all want to thank the Lord now? Thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for healing. I thank the Lord for the love in my heart. I thank the Lord for giving me joy. Thank the Lord for peace. Thank the Lord for compassion. Thank the Lord, yeah, thank you, life. Now people get ready for the train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, no, come on, let's get on board. Do you believe? I believe, I believe. You sing it to me now. I believe. Do you believe that I can be a loving person? You think love can come from hate? I do. I believe. Play it, Terry. Okay, softly, one more time from your heart. I believe, I believe, I believe, I do believe, God. I believe all good things come from God. I believe in love. I believe.
Thank you, Stephan. Wanted to give you 2 more bits of juice here. You know, sometimes all we need to do is look around a little bit to realize that love is being expressed. And one of the ways that that happens is recognition. Recognition of something. And 2 examples are Juneteenth being made a holiday. That is recognition. That doesn't mean that everything's healed, but the recognition alone opens the door to the evolution of something different. My heart was so warmed when I heard that. And so I encourage you to think on that, to look that up and find out everything that it's about. And be one of the people who recognizes everything around that. The other thing that I want to touch on is that it's Pride Month. The recognition of LGBTQ alone is a way to begin healing. And the one thing about the recognition is whatever the opposition is, the recognition is based in love, so it overpowers the opposition. So you have the recognition that's based in love. You have the opposition that's based in ego. We all know which one is eventually going to win the day, right? So keep that in mind this week. And, you know, I wish I had another 45 minutes with you guys. Gosh, I have so much I want to share. Next week, it is time for our offertory. So I want to say together, it should be up on the screen. Divine love through me multiplies and blesses all that I give, all that I receive. Thank you, God. There we go. You guys got it. And our Father is the music.
Yeah, let me explain.
By Benny. He's going to explain it.
I want to explain something about this music. This is the German, I guess the German word for our Father is Vater unser. And it was composed by an Estonian composer, Arvo Pärt, in 2005, commissioned by the Austrian Cultural Society for Pope Benedict, and it was sang for Pope Benedict by a boy soprano. One of these days we're going to try to have the sung version of it, but this is Arvo Pärt, Our Father.
That was amazing. Thank you. So one other thing I want to send you off with today, before we do our healing prayer, is what's calling you as we're moving into summer solstice? From this moment forward, what is calling you to evolve in your life? So this week, if you imagine yourself standing under that tree, ask that question. And when you hear the answer, when you feel the answer, let that love pour in, and then just stand back and surrender to it. And notice what happens. Notice what breaks open. Notice where you're being drawn forward. And just enjoy it. So now we're going to have Mona come up and do our healing prayer. And then we'll have our closing song, Love is the Healing Power.
Matthew, as stated, what a blessing Matthew has brought us today. Words of wisdom, words of love, words of growth. So right here and right now, know and recognize that there is only the one life, the life of God. God who is the healer, God who has the knowledge, God who is understanding, is forgiving, is the very divine presence that lives and breathes in, as, and through me, and in each person that is within the sound of my voice. Even in individuals that are not within the sound of my voice, because I know there is only one. And that divine presence of God lives and breathes in everything, every aspect of this world that we live in. So when the healing needs to take place, where we see hate, we exchange it with love. Where we see pain, we exchange it with comfort. Where we see negativity, exchange it with positivity. I know right here and right now that a healing has already taken place. That Matthew's message was a healing message. That as we walk out these doors and breathe in and love, it's a healing message. I'm knowing that God is that love and God is that healer. So regardless of appearances, I know the truth. And the truth is that God is all there is. And so now I say thank you, God. Thank you for being a loving God, a patient God, a forgiving God, a growing God, an abundant God. Thank you, God, for being inclusive, for loving us all, forgiving us all. Thank you, God. Thank you, Reverend Matthew, Reverend Francis. Thank you for each person that is here. Thank you to the musicians. Thank you for life itself. And so now I release my word into the full activity of love and law, knowing that what I've declared will not return to me void, knowing that it is already done. And I anchor this truth by saying, and so it is.
You hear me. Our closing song. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
I want to say thank you to Benny. As you were playing, I was walking down the path, a beautiful path. And I thought, I hope that God can play through me the way you play. That God can use that same energy, you know, that beautiful beauty that you bring to all of us. Thank you. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Give your love away. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. you give, the more you live. The more you give, the more you live. The more you give your love away. Love is a healing power. Love is the healing power. Love is the healing power. Give your love away. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. The more you live, the more you give. Give your love away. So give your love away. Give your life